Painted Red Nails. I've been in the nail industry for over 10 years, and here are some of the questions I commonly am asked about how to care for nails at home. First of all, in order to grow really long, healthy, strong, natural nails, the most important thing is proper shaping. And people ask me all the time, what is the strongest nail shape? And there is no strongest nail shape, whether it be round or square or oval. What is strongest is the way the free edge, the way that that very tip of the nail is buffed. It's really important that it doesn't snag or catch on anything. Nails are much like a piece of fabric where you've got really elaborate layers crisscrossing little fibers of the individual pieces of nail. And when those are fraying at the edge, that's when you get into all kinds of trouble, when it catches on something and pulls. So whatever desired shape you're looking for, and we'll get into that in a little bit as far as how to do the most attractive shape for your nail bed, how to do various shapes. But whatever you choose, it's important that you use the right grit nail file. You want to use something really soft. This is a 400 grit. That refers to the amount of little pieces that are in it. So the higher the number, the smaller the pieces and the softer it is. This side here is 180. And this I'm only going to use when I'm trying to create big change of the nail. So if I'm going to try to take this squarish nail and turn it into an oval, I'm going to have to do a lot of shaping. I'm going to want my heavy lifter here to take a lot of the nail off. But I will always finish my work with the softer side of the file, gently buffing it smooth to prevent any snagging. It's really about how you finish that edge. Even when using a rougher file, though, you want to be really gentle to not overwork the nail and create separating of those layers. So we'll start with doing a square nail to demonstrate how to accomplish that shape. When you're shaping for square, it's really how you hold your nail file is going to determine the free edge. If you hold it really perpendicular to the nail, really flat, I mean not tilting this way, or this way, you're going to get a perfectly straight nail, and it's really pretty easy to just file back and forth, maintaining that straight position of the file. Again, if you want to accomplish a lot, you can use the rougher side. I just recommend you not really saw back and forth too aggressively if you're using a rougher file. Keep it nice and gentle, but you can go pretty boldly with a real soft file. And then I'm just going to sort of touch up the edge a little bit to soften these corners so they're not daggers. But while I was filing that straight, I kept it real perpendicular. And that's really all there is to it, to get that even straight across nail. I recommend holding the finger so that you have a really good view of what is straight in alignment with the finger, and then just filing straight across. You always want to finish the nail though smooth, so now I've acquired my look, the shape that I want. I'm going to bevel, it's called, at a 45-degree angle upward. I'm really, really very light with this. I'm just sort of cleaning out the underside of any loose nail that's stuck to the bottom. And I'm going to do that also from the top. And I'm going to really just dance really lightly underneath the nail from every angle to make sure it's incredibly smooth, buff so nothing can snag. Now that's a really strong, resilient shape now because it doesn't catch on anything, whether it be square or round or oval or anything in between. Really want it nice and smooth. If you want to acquire a round nail, as soon as you dip your file under, you're going to start to more aggressively take off the corners. And so it's easier to keep it symmetrical if you're just angling your file instead of trying to aim at individual parts of the nail. So if I'm going for a rounded nail, I'm going to do fairly large movements. And I do want to get some chunk off this corner, so I'm going to use the rougher side of my file. And because I have it tilted under, it's taking those corners off for me. Now I'm going to bevel up and down. And it's easy to keep it pretty symmetrical if you're not thinking about an individual part of the nail, but just kind of creating that shape with the file. You can also use a soft buffing block to do your beveling if that's more manageable than using a file. Particularly if you're doing your own nails, it might be a harder angle. This is extremely soft. It's just making sure those edges are really smooth. That's what's going to keep the nails from chipping and breaking and allow them to grow out healthy and strong. And that's a round nail. Oval nails are a little trickier, so I think I'll make that another video where I'll show you how to get a nice symmetrical, how to line up and break down the nail in a way that isn't too overwhelming. So making sure that you've got your edges smooth is what's going to really grow out the nail. People ask all the time what they can put on their nails or what they can do to grow them out, but shaping them frequently is really important. It's really all about whether or not they chip or break. I laugh when people say I can't grow my nails. I say you can grow them, you just can't keep them because it's the chipping and the breaking that is the problem. And when they're buffed smooth, they don't chip and break. Life, the way we use our hands, they're going to get torn up a little bit in the next few days. Recommend if you really have a problem with growing your nails out, make it a point to shape them twice a week. Use something really soft, even if the shape still looks nice. Take out that really soft file and go under those edges again halfway through the week. Just take it really lightly and sort of dance underneath to smooth anything that could snag. Weekly is appropriate for most nails, but if you're having trouble and trying to get out of a rough place, then I recommend twice a week. And that's going to make all the difference for nice, healthy nails.